Hey guys, I'm back to share 3 dreams. 2 of these dreams I had last night, and one I had a few days ago. But I think they're all encouraging. I think they're all the Lord speaking to me personally and just to Christians in general. So the first dream was a storm is coming. Well, everyone knows this. This is obvious. We've known this for a while. And it was interesting when I pulled up my YouTube feed this morning. The first thing I saw was the storm is here on a video, and it actually made me remember this dream because I had forgotten the first dream and I only remembered the second dream. So that was awesome. In the dream, I was in my childhood home in my bedroom, and I was standing in the walk-in closet, and I heard this really loud siren, like a tornado or storm siren. And I walk into my bedroom and I see that the siren is actually mounted in my room up at the ceiling. It's one of those big gray sirens, and it's going off, and there's a couple other people in the bedroom in the closet with me. I don't see their faces, but I can see like their shoulders and their bodies. But we all run back into the closet, and we're searching along the closet wall behind the racks of clothes for like a trap door and a secret place that we can go. And we know that somewhere there's like a door that will open and we can get into a safe room sort of thing. So that's, you could call that your prayer closet. You could call that just being in the safety net of God and being with the Father during this time of what's coming with this transition. And, just there's so much speculation on civil war, on China taking over because of Joe Biden's ties with China. We just don't know what to expect. So God is saying a storm is coming. The siren's been blown. I've had this in a couple dreams as well. The second dream, I'm boarding an aircraft. And at first it looks like a passenger plane. But then throughout the dream, I realize that this plane is huge. It's like a military cargo plane, but it's got passenger seats in it. And it's got all these drawers and compartments and cabinets everywhere. And I remember the flight goes fine, but then there's a lot of concern about landing. There's something about we don't know if we have enough airstrip to land on. We don't know if we're going to be able to land and bring the plane to a stop without hitting something. So the pilot is in the front of the plane, but he's just like one of us in a seat. There's no barricade between him and us. And so we're watching him. We're all like bracing for impact. We land on the airstrip, and then he's trying to stop the plane as fast as he can. And literally the nose of the plane comes right up to, it's like a check-in booth or something like that. Like where there's women behind it. Like, you've arrived. Now you're checking in for your next flight or something. But the nose of the plane literally touched it and stopped at just the right minute. So we're all excited, and I'm looking for my blue carry-on that I brought. So I'm looking frantically everywhere for it. I can't find it. And I'm opening up all these drawers and cabinets that are there, and they're all full of medical supplies. And so the pilot, he sees me in distress, and he puts his arm around me, and he says, "Don't you remember that you checked your bag in before you got on the plane?" And I said, "Oh, I forgot about that. I did. Now I remember, going through the check-in." And he's like, "Yeah, everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine." So that dream, I'm not completely sure exactly the meaning yet. Maybe it has something to do with this COVID, the vaccine, with all the medical supplies on board, and, just concerns about being able to get through COVID and not having to take a vaccine, and, being able to stop this military and medical force against us, and being able to get to a resting place where it's safe and we don't run into any trouble. So that's what I would probably say it is. The third dream was several days before this, and basically I went into this church building that I had known of this church, but I'd never visited there. And when I got in, I wasn't like in a sanctuary or anything, or a classroom. I was like in this like lounge room, like an activity room where you just go and play ping pong, and there's a couch and a TV and a rug and toys for kids. And I remember there was something bad on the TV. I said, oh, we got to turn this off. And then I said, this place is kind of a mess. We need to clean this up. And so I started picking up all these piles of toys and organizing things and just cleaning up this room. And I realized that my husband was there with me, and he was also working towards cleaning up. He was actually working on some closets, and they were just filled to the brim with stuff. And he was bringing things out and trying to sort through them and organize and clean up. And there was other church members there. They really weren't doing a whole lot. They were just kind of walking around, and they were fine with us being there. For a long time, we were there and having fun, enjoying ourselves, cleaning and organizing. And then he was like, "Okay, now it's time for y'all to go." And he said, you really can't be here any longer. You need to go." And so the meaning of this dream, I felt, was, the church is kind of turned into very casual thing, lounging, just playing, obviously probably watching the wrong stuff and being childish, immature, babies in the Lord. And we've got to clean all that up and grow up and do what we're supposed to be doing for the kingdom of God, especially right now. And I felt like these guys, they were okay with us, but then they didn't like it and they wanted us to leave. So I think that this was just another symbol of persecution, being unwelcomed in the church if you're, wanting to live holy, and that's your goal, is to live pleasing for God, and etc., and for God to find joy in your life and that you have good fruit. So these dreams are encouraging to me. I know they're all talking to me, and it's just been a heavy time of persecution the last 2 years in my life. It's been very, very difficult, and it's kind of a struggle every day, emotionally and physically, because I desperately want to, be home with the Lord and be in His peace and joy. And I just sort of feel, like we're still here. Wow, we're still here. It's been so long. I've been